Are you ready for chapter 3 of Endling, the last? Chapter 3, The Boat. I emerged from the towering wood onto a winding pathway. The trees kept their distance from the cliff's edge, as if they were leery of heights. The grass was dry and warm, almost brittle. It was nothing like the feel of night grass, cool and damp with dew. I came upon the remains of an ancient building, squat and crumbled. A watchtower, probably. Downthorpe had taught us a bit about human dwellings. Some were remarkable, he said, and some were remarkably ugly. I clambered over great rough-hewn stones that formed a crude stairway. At the top I stood in an ivory-laced gap that was no doubt once used by archers. And there it was, the sea. It was nothing like I'd imagined. This was not a placid, rippling lake, not a busy, musical stream. The sea reached forever, as humbling and endless as the sky. An army of waves marched toward the shore, crashing violently in plumes of white spray. Black rocks veined with silver, the ones I heard called shark's teeth, pierced the water's edge like glistening swords. The rush and rumble of the surf was deafening. I felt as if I were drowning in small, rich mysteries. The breeze stiffened, my ears lay flat, and my eyes stung. I looked to the sky and saw an advancing wall of iron-gray clouds. A storm was coming. To my right, a cliff curved in a great arc, nothing but jagged stone besieged by relentless waves. To my left, the arc ended in a jutting finger of rock. At the very edge of that sloping peninsula stood a gnarled, leafless tree. Only then did I spot a rowboat and its lone occupant. It wasn't much to look at, more toy than boat, bobbing up and on the green swells. Each surge brought it nearer to the cliffs. If it hit, when it hit, it would be smashed to kindling instantly. I had to squint to be sure there was a creature in the boat. I wished I could smell the animal, scent being so much more precise than sight, at least for us. But when I tried to braid the air, all I smelled was the complicated sea. Nonetheless, there was something down there in that rowboat, something small and brown. Pointlessly, I attempted, was that? I was almost certain it was a wabbit. What can a wabbit possibly be doing in a rowboat? I asked of no one. The noise of the pounding surf was huge, but I thought I might have heard a faint but desperate cry for help, which made sense because, though I couldn't quite make out the occupant of the tiny craft, one thing was clear. Whether wabbit or some other creature, whoever was in that boat was doomed. And that's the end of chapter 3. So it kind of leaves us on a cliffhanger, guys and gals. We'll have to find out who's in the rowboat and if they're going to be okay. Stay tuned for chapter 4.